Thinko's gonna think, yeah. Well, no, I think he's gonna get laid right now. I have to tiptoe my way around this the best way I can. I have to get the thing ready to censor. I vote for actually playing through the adult content. Yeah, I was just gonna censor it and just read it. Thinko goes brr, yeah. We'll survive. There's no not safe for not safe for work, not safe for W's. Yeah, we're not getting any W's here. It's all L's. I'll tread carefully. Time to find out if Mia is like a praying mantis and will bite Thinko's head off afterwards. Well, she won't be able to eat it. I realized I have a Fang Friday that's attached to each other. Let me fix that. There we go. Server lining to Thinko's thoughts. It's still content. Too bad I have to sleep right now. All the VOD will be here. Yeah, and then after all this is said and done, we jump into D-Dinosaur. That'll probably be... Well, if we finish it today, it'll be Monday. If not, it'll be Wednesday. And then I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm still waiting on those demos. What happened to Mega Love Mania and, was it the blind one? Blind Date. Still waiting on those demos. Well, I know what we can do after D-Dinosaur. We could probably do Stinko Adventure again. Purple Stank. Probably do like hour sessions just so I don't overdo it with the tailbone shit. Even Fang is yapping like Thinko. At least Fang has something of worth to say. I need some help, Pork. How did you properly install Wanigamu? I installed the current version of Wani. It's not into Wani. You gotta put it in Snoop Game. It's a Snoop Game thing. Don't ask why. I have 4 videos already showing what happens when you don't do that. Actually, I'm nowhere near ready. I gotta soundproof myself a bit more. Give me a moment. There we go. Now I won't have neighbors giving me the evil side eye. Alright. I was not ready today. No one's ready for me, absolutely nobody. Alright, gameplay. Time to smoke crack. It's been a while since Good Purple Stank Adventure, yeah. Yeah, it's time we come back to that. There's been quite a bit of updates since then. I did drop it into Snoop Game files. Well, I don't know what to tell ya. Watching Thinko do. I'm evincing it today. Not gonna lie, given Thinko's personality, others suck, but the Mia route is pretty good. Yeah, it got good when she started doing crack. That's the sad part. Definitely not getting monetized. I'm not monetized. If you wanna... Oh, my mouse isn't on screen. I was gonna say, the bottom left corner is always monetized, baby. I'm funded by viewers like you. Alright. Load. So, here's the business. If I scroll down, I will find Snoot eventually. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, let me see. What do we got? Adult content. Oh wait, whoop. I skipped it. No, we're not saving. Why did I skip it by accident? Continue. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. It didn't flashbang me. Wanna fuck? Like, over clothes and stuff? Not really giving me a chance to answer the question, or rather not really giving me a chance to say no. Mia captures my lips in another sloppy kiss, straddling me and grinding into my lap as she does so. Her breath so short like mine and wispy, but eager, paralleling perfectly the impatient way she moves against me. At the same time, almost immediately, I can just tell how firm, how well-toned and worked her body is. Her thighs are pressing on me with near the force of an industrial press. It's extra season, baby. I heard there was a mod, Spanish mod called that, and Jacket got the prototype to proofread, so I'm hoping that hits the Boru soon. No, not safe for work graphics. Okay, so you must have went forward without us. Crack pipes at the ready. Very soon, the sheets around us begin to feel hot, uncomfortably so, as we're still both all dressed up, jackets on and all. But I make it my mission to change that. My hands have been resting on Mia's slender neck, wanders downwards, tracing along her collarbone as I push the rough leather aside. Her body tenses up at the sensation, but she doesn't stop me. Fuck yeah. Wait. Fuck yeah, go on. She breathes the words into my open mouth, taking just a moment's pause between the kisses to voice her approval. And I don't need to be told twice. With her help, I pry the jacket off her arms, running my fingertips along the barbed scales, still way warm to the touch. If Dinos could get goosebumps with the way her body shivers, I'm sure she'd get them. A couple of moments later, the heavy leather lands on the floor with a soft thud, cast aside by Mia now sitting upright in my lap. It's always a surprise to see her without those broad shoulder pads, without the thick fabric of her jacket covering up her otherwise slim body. Oh god. A very rough Mia. My eyes. Come on, be more sensual about it. No. No. Mia during extra season. Yes, please. Oh, why is everyone into the most weird people here? This is an erotica, not an IKEA manual. No. No. Looking at her like this, she appears much less like the stocky bully I first got to know, and more like graceful athlete she is. Not that I could call her diminutive, absolutely not. Not even only counting her muscles, but the places where she got the excess meat on her, well, they're seemingly all the right places. The arrogant smirk on her face and the way she arches her back to push her chest out, it's telling that she knows it too. Look at me, stud. Do you like what you see? Isn't your new girlfriend the hottest fucking thing? Tell me I am not better than all the skinny bimbo bitches you got in tiny old rock bottom. Am I not just the fucking best? She stretches her body to accentuate her words, while at the same time continuing to grind into me, twisting and gyrating like a belly dancer. I bite my lip at the sight, moving my hips in rhythm with her as best I can. She's turning me on so much I just... Anywhere means anywhere, right? Her grin widens, growling her answer at me in a slow, low, provocative voice. It means any fucking where. Oh shit, that's all I needed to hear. My hand from her waist begins to move, inching away across the bumpy hills and valleys of her abs and beelining under her shirt. Her gasp as I make contact is surprisingly high-pitched for her, but the iron grip of which she grabs my arm is exactly like her. I said, over clothes, you fuck, over! God. Mia needs constant affirmation. He can't be sensual or this stream will be shut. That is true. Despite her words, she leans forward, pushing herself into my palm with a badly suppressed moan. Yeah, and you still got your clothes on, don't you? Grr, snarky little... Ain't that what you've been... Ain't that what you're here for, baby? I feel so bold, so brash and cool, I half expect Mia to shoot me down, punch me in the face. But instead, her snarl-like grin widens ever so, pupils dilating as she resumes riding me, and keeping my hand exactly where it is. Fuck yeah, it is. Her scales are so warm, so easily bending and breaking their circular patterns under my touch. Makes me just want to bury my face between her, melons and die there, smothered slowly. That's it. Feel me up. Touch me. She dives in again as she says it, shutting both of us up with another kiss. Another kiss that, even if not much better than the ones before, does still certainly feel fucking amazing. Her taking a page from my book, too, I feel Mia's arms slither along between our sandwiched together bodies, grabbing onto my outlandishly expensive DC crew pants. Yet this time, I wouldn't even care if she tore them to shreds, if it helped her open them faster. What happened to over the clothes, huh? Oh god. Mia doesn't humor me with an answer, letting her head drop onto my chest, cheeks smushing hungrily up against me while her midsection raises in the air for better access. But her body never stops its writhing, its grinding, seeking that amazing friction, and her moans never cease either, filling my ears with their lewd cacophony, my face with her hot breath full of need. Yeah. Oh. This is gonna kill me. Chat's just going weird. I think MTCS would fit here for background music. No, thank you. I don't even get a real name. Inko, I'm a victim of my own success. The voices. As if ashamed of the noises she's making, she burrows her face under my chin, kissing and biting into the skin there, both wild and both soft. All of a sudden, she's being so affectionate for who she is. Even as her fingers, blind, finally manage my belt buckle, as she goes to town, even as I grab onto her rear end and pull her close at the peak of each passing moment, even as our movements become restricted in the mangled mess of limb-starved looking for each other's touch. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck me like that, Inko. Fuck me like that because I'm the best you'll ever have. Listening to her shallow yelps between the words, short breaths, and her naked wants, to her boasting like only she can do, I have to grit my teeth to keep going on. I have to bite my tongue. But I just can't help joining the chorus of her moans, grunting and panting in unison with her. Shit, I can't, I'm gonna... My breath runs away from me, and the only way I can communicate the urgency of my words is by grabbing even harder onto her, by making sure each erratic movement of my hips finds the sweetest touch, by pulling her down into me as though I wanted to tear her apart and make her only mine forever. In this moment, before everything around us mellows into a fucking shit I don't care one bit about, how tragic is it to know that I'm hers too? Her tight grip is like a vice. Her palms still wrap Her palm still wraps me as we ride. Her lips still need me and we're not done. But the moment passes. And he just did the meme. He did that one, what was it, that, fucking, that one old group or whatever. I forget their name. It's been over a decade, man. You gotta cut me some slack. Coming down from her high, Mia gives me one last squeeze before flopping down onto the sheets next to me. Ah, oh fuck. Turning my head, I look at her, though the mess of her bangs sticking together every which way. Shit, that was. Yeah. Did you, did you, fuck yeah, I can. What do you think, dumbass? Alright, and I probably shouldn't ask next if she enjoyed it. I mean, it really fucking did feel like she enjoyed it anyways. And are you cool that we just, did that? Still laying there, she raises an eyebrow amusedly. Are you seriously, already asking that? What's wrong with you? Uh, I asked for it, didn't I? Like what? You think I just wanted to touch your dick so bad? I needed this fuck. Yeah, right. Well, if this is what she wanted, it was way too fucking good for me to fret about it so much. Like, after what just happened, I feel like such a jackass if we ended up regretting this. But, like, so what then? What would just break it off like nothing happened, right? If I could read words. Rap G, that was intense. Yeah, I still got the counter there. Coming to the stream and you're doing the sex talk like a spastic seems like you're reading Peak, I guess. Well, if you want to enjoy it by yourself, the mod's there. I'm only saving my own ass here. Bro vinced it too hard. Oh yeah, Lonely Island. Yeah, those guys that made that one song that I'm not going to repeat because that's going to be clipped out of context. Uh Wait, sorry, that usually doesn't happen. Yes, I'm a good Christian channel. As I have to take the Lord's name in vain here in the same fucking sentence. But we need to figure out kissing because Jesus fucking Christ, Dinko. Why are you putting that on me? Can't help it when you have a face so long a plane could land on it. Surprised and apparently a little hurt, Mia puts her hands over her snout. She seems to be at a loss for words. I guess I was being kind of a dick there, but fuck it. I'm not going to apologize. Her brow furrows and she delivers a punch to my shoulder. Fine, it was your fault alone. Yeah, no shit it wasn't. Instead of fighting about it, though, I just take a deep breath and motion for Mia to come back to me to cuddle. She does so without question, letting me wrap my arm around her, and buries herself. Wait, she busies herself tracing figures and shapes into my that's a tongue twister. Sweat-soaked shirt. There we go. We stay that we stay like that for a while, talking about pretty much nothing and just basking in the afterglow of our shared climax. Eventually, though, the sticky coldness of my soiled trousers gets uncomfortable enough for me to want to go do something about it, not to mention having a very good guess on how hard it is going to get the stain out of delicate fabric. Just toss them, Inko. Just toss them. Don't worry, Susan's dead, pork. She wouldn't notice the sussy things you do. Oh, yeah, we got Pajeets who are running YouTube now. They would love this, wouldn't they? They like their Bobs and Vagines, right? That should be just fine. Bro's done said, I'm so lonely. Good lord, this mod. A week later and she feels tummy ache. After what we did, we move our business to the bathroom to clean up a little. I'm standing by the sink. Well, unlike Mia, she don't have a change of clothes here. She's gonna have to like fucking. I don't even want to talk about it, man. She just doesn't have a change of clothes, so she's gonna be smelly. I'm standing by the sink, washing my upper body, while Mia watches as she sits on the closed lid of the toilet, wearing nothing but a shirt and a clean pair of boxers I lent her. Okay. I've been silent for a while now, each of us working through our feelings about what just happened, kind of like being alone together. I'm not even sure about who I should be looking at in the mirror right now, Mia or myself. That is, anyway, until she pokes me to get my attention. I left a bite mark. Are you gonna cover it up? What? Instinctively, I put a palm over the skin on my neck, trying to find it. I don't know if I can feel it, but Mia comes to my aid momentarily, placing my fingertips over a spot right under my chin that I couldn't see before. They are here, but I still can't. Are you gonna cover it up? She repeats her question, impatient. And, will I? That's actually, I don't know. Depends. Depends on what? Depends on, like. I take a deep breath, getting lost in the thought for a moment. Oh, he's deep in thought. Think goes deep in thought. Now that I think about it, earlier we wanted to talk about boundaries, right? But instead we just kind of not talked about boundaries. I guess. Do we want to keep this a secret? What, that we dry humped with clothes on? Who's gonna care? Your parents? You parents, maybe. But that's not what I mean. Do you want to keep us a secret? At that, Mia stays silent for longer than I expected, but in the end, no, no, I don't. She even picks she even picks herself up, kinda, and sticks her chin up as she sometimes does. Like what? Are you ashamed of me? Am I good enough for a fuck, but not to tell your papa and mama that all the fake friends you have? Is that why you want to keep us a secret? What? No, no. I The intensity of my own reaction surprises me, and I bite my words before I can let them slip away from me. Shutting the water off after rinsing my hands, I turn to Mia and address her all proper like. I don't mind if people see us together. No, in fact, I want them to see you with me. Holding her for just another few seconds, Mia allows for the weight of my words to sink in for both of us. Good. And that's what I want too. And you're always going to give me what I want, won't you, stud? Though her tone is stern, as I look at Mia, I can't not notice the little tug at the corner of her lips, telling me that this time she was probably joking. Being funny continues to not be her strong suit. Yeah, right. Just so long as I get what I want in return. Her smile widens into a cocky grin as I say that, eyes glinting. I fucking love it when you talk like that. But for real, what will you do when the others... I don't know. I mean, this all happened so fast, I haven't, To be honest, I don't think I'll care whatever they say. And if they get butthurt, I'm the last person I can blame anyway. Second to last, but yeah, cool. Second to last how? You didn't do much to stop me from crushing on you, you know. That was supposed to be my responsibility? Should I have acted like 20% of my charm level just so you don't accidentally fall for me? Don't be a retard now. To my surprise, at my accusation, the grin on Mia's face only widens. Oh, what? I remember you saying something like how I should be nicer to people and why I'd waste myself on them. Do you get what I meant now? Yeah, fine, point taken. But I don't bother to let Mia know, and instead return to cleaning the sweat off of off my still uncomfortably sticky body. What, he didn't jump in the shower? Oh god. The rest of the morning we spent like that, freshening up and planning our day. Even though at some point Mia gets a text from her stepdad asking her home, she still insists to get lunch, at least to get lunch together, so that way we can finally talk boundaries. It puts me a little on edge, as I still don't really know who here I should be afraid of, but ultimately I decide to trust Mia's judgment. Not to mention, finally getting something to eat sounds way too good. Alright, chat. Good lord, this mod, yeah. Sir, do not upload. Sir, I'm fucking Indian. I'm fucking Indian. Sir, I'm Indian. I'm Indian. I'm fucking Indian, sir. Please. Please, sir. She's not a squid. That's why her clothes are dry. Well, why has she got boxers though? Oh no. How can he still think after he saw D what? She's marked him cursed and rose coated. Imagine Snoop multiverse in every mod and ending in is an alternate universe. I'm nothing like Mia, okay? I'm exactly like Mia. Let's smoke crack. She's getting clingy. For us, that's lonely. This is what we wish for. It's if it's a relationship in reality, life says no. So Dino Girls and or us daydreaming isekai in another world is what we have. Oh, it's I just saw it's over and then I look like, thank you for playing the demo. Please let us know your thoughts in the threads. Goodbye. Oh, well, what was that? I could have done that yesterday. That was only like fucking 20 minutes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I guess to save time or make time, let's go over what was it? Was it this one? Accept or help. This is what breaks the Mia mod, so I wonder what would happen after. Accept the help. It'll probably just end prematurely, I bet. Okay, gritting my teeth mutely, I gather the remainder of my non-existent dignity and pick myself up from the ground. Mia watches me with some amusement, but says nothing further. I don't say any fur- I don't say anything further to her either, and just awkwardly shuffle backwards and off to the track. To put a respectable distance between us. The smirk on her face only grows more prideful. Opposite of my beet red cheeks, I feel like I'm practically burning up under her gaze. That is until she turns away to continue her run. Yeah, that would probably... Because we got like a big talk afterwards. So now she just runs away. Which is apparently what she's here for in the first place. I didn't even really notice until now, but she's wearing an actual PE uniform in place of her normal leather stuff. But no sarcastic goodbye, not even a second thought wasted on me. Which kind of jabs harder than the slap did. Much like I'm meant nothing next to Damien, it seems I'm not even worthwhile as cheap entertainment for Mia. Yeah, he truly has nobody this time. Is he gonna go crawling back to Olivia? Fucking hell. Yeah, goodbye to you too, you scaly fuck. I don't say it loud enough for her to hear, obviously. Not that she would from this distance. Already halfway around the first bend. What the fuck just happened here? Yeah, no, okay. Now that I think about it, this is totally on me. I mean, honestly, what was I expecting? Shaking my head to myself, I go back to the path between the trees. Don't feel like spending more time out here anymore. Let's just go back to the dorms. Jover, yeah. Brockling root. Yeah, she doesn't seem as groomy, but well, then again, she's with what's her face. She just grooms the home team. Is what I should say. It'll probably just put you with Olivia by default. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. There's a base route with Olivia. Yeah, Olivia is the bronze medal in this mod. Well, they made her look so frumpy. Back up in the far from cozy confines of my room, I ended up splayed out face first on the bed, apathetically staring at the wall. I only barely cared to take my dirty clothes off, too, so that I don't stain the sheets at least. So here I am in pajama shorts and an old t-shirt that's seen at least as much wear and tear as I have. Not exactly my proudest moment, even hours later, as on most nights lately I haven't done much else than browse news, threads, web shops, and social media. And as on most nights, it's an excessively mind-numbing exercise. There's been no announcements on any of the collections I'm waiting on, no discussion in any generals I frequent. No sales on any sites where I'd cop some new clothes, although my carts are getting quite large because I keep adding and not so very much removing items. And even the messenger app I use has nothing interesting about them today. What? This new dialogue. There are only so few people back in Rock Bottom I'm interested in hearing about, and none of them have replied. Well, all the messages I got from literal who's and my parents I just ignore and leave on read. So I guess Inko's the one who ignores his parents in this reality, where it's the other way around in Wanigamu. It's all basically routine, meaningless fake socializing. None of it even makes me feel better about myself. Ugh. Who do I have to kill to have some decent company around here? Or any company, honestly. Yeah, it's going to default to Olivia. He's going to get desperate. I hate to say it, but I feel very isolated right now. I never realized how much I relied on my ability simply strike up a conversation with the people around me. It was only up to me whether I wanted to. But here in this school, in this place, it's quite the opposite. I can barely find anyone who would want to talk to me, and even then it keeps going wrong. Sigh. Shutting my phone off, I'm just about ready to clock out when suddenly... Oh boy! I'm taking a drink on this one. Place your bets who it's gonna be. Actually, did I put low latency on the stream? I think it's low latency. I can't really edit the stream mid-stream. I'm gonna blow my nose, or at least try to real quick. Take your bets. Ugh, I hate how I feel so snotted up and I can't, like, get anything out. It's Ben. Could be. It can't be Damien. Damien's still vacationing. We haven't even seen Damien yet. I'm not gonna lie, Olivia, this seems like a sweetheart in comparison of what we got in Wani Hug. I don't know. This Olivia is like... Eh. Without Thinko watching her, Mia may wander into the train tracks in this route. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Get to see the newspaper. Parasaur fucking died in train accident. Be hilarious. Huh? What's it? Someone from staff see me sneak out after all? At this hour? My first instinct is to ignore the sound, but then I figure I can at least use it as a distraction from my woes. I half sit up in bed, waiting for whoever's out there to knock again or to announce themselves. It is Damien. Oh wait, he never left, did he? This is when we got in a fight with Damien. I'm retarded. Hey, Inko, you in there? You still up? Oh, of course. Of course it's him. Who else? Damien's tone is hushed, but even though he's asking, he apparently wouldn't have been shy about waking me up. Rolling my eyes, I yell back at him. Yeah, just a sec. To make myself presentable, I throw on my shades and jacket, stumbling around on one foot as I put my pants on, too. Grumbling pointlessly under my breath, I make my way to the door and let Damien in. He waltzes into the room without much consideration, closing the door behind him without asking for permission to do so. After that, he takes a look around, and yeah, really, dude, just take your fucking time here, why not? But in the end, his eyes fixate on me. Aw, man, Inko, you look like shit. Gee, thanks. That's what you came here to tell me? No, well, it's just I never got it, but wait. No, well, it's just I never got it before how bad all this stuff is getting to you. And look, maybe I don't get it either, why it's important for you to be popular. I could just be too dumb and not see the obvious, or maybe it's because I don't know you well enough. And if that's the case, I should put more effort into that, I think. You think, D? Yeah, I do. But it won't work until you get up to speed on some things. And I get that it's on me, so will you hear me out? Oh boy, speech time. But, well, I wanted a distraction. Not gonna get much better than this. Sure, yeah, whatever. Go for it. And you might as well start at Book of fucking Genesis here. Alright, so you know how I told you that my family lives in a state or so away? Yeah, and mine five. Damien looks back at me a little sheepishly, probably unsure what point I wanted to make with this. And honestly, I don't know myself. I guess it was just second nature to try to one up him, whatever. As I don't speak up further, he clears his throat, then awkwardly continues. Yeah, that's not the whole picture. We we already don't get to spend a lot of time together, as you can imagine, but the thing is, how do I say this? Just a few days before Christmas last year, Mom got hospitalized, so it was kind of a big deal. It was kind of a big deal the whole family. I think he meant for the whole family. And this weekend's going to be the first time they'll let her out unsupervised. Oh no, crazy mom. Wait, this weekend? That's like she spent months in the hospital, so it wasn't just a broken leg or yeah, dude, that sounds rough. I'm sorry to hear it. He nods, looking away for a few moments before continuing. Even though I was only being half genuine, he must not have noticed it. Thanks, man. So, yeah, but what does this have to do with Ben? Weren't you just under the weather about the mom thing? Under the I don't, I mean, this time Damien picks up perfectly on my impatient tone. Yeah, I think I might have been, but that's not it. Ben is he forgot to take his medicine, Inko, and I can't make him take it for him. As the pause as he pauses, Damien clenches his teeth, looking real pained for a second, like he already regrets telling me. He just doesn't know boundaries, man. He tried to fucking get into my bed last night, and I had to fucking kick him off and tell him to go tell him to go into his own bed before I called the fucking the superintendent or whatever. Uh, boundaries like what? Like like. Damien throws his hands up in the air at this point, seemingly just so fucking done pretending that his blue pal isn't the dickwad he doesn't want to admit he is. It's almost amusing, though, because I was certain Damien was selectively blind to Ben's assholery. Look, he doesn't get that going to see Mom is more important than his charity event thing. I, because in the past I always made sure to show up and not to go alone. That's just this one time. This one time he can't take no for an answer. Like a cracked dam, so the words flood from Damien's mouth. He even stares, acting out wearing glasses with his fingers, as he imitates a flamboyant Ben. Damien, it's for the greater good. Damien, can you just go next week? Damien, can you make up an excuse? He's just. He sighs, shoulders slumping and arms drooping to his side. It's not as simple as he thinks it is. Yeah, I'm not really sure to say to any of this. So, why exactly didn't you, tell me? Because I don't trust you? That's what he's gonna say, isn't it? So, go on, get it out. I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to hate Ben. To hate Ben. I mean, sure, I'm not especially fond of Ben, but hate is a strong word for it. That position is firmly held by Mia and that green ham goblin and the other dorm building. Promise me that you won't hate him for this. I won't hate him for this. Yeah, I feel like we've went through this one before, didn't we? Let me default the chat. Without Thinko watching or me, I may wonder. I read that. Stop by for a second because I thought I was subbed, but I guess I wasn't. So jump scare. I didn't get the beep, so you might have your subs on private. Thinko, it's time for your Gator default route. Yeah. Minecraft beta door sound. Damien info dump time. Anyway, can I sleep here, Inko? Ben kicked me out. Sleep over with a bro. Damien needs a hug. I didn't tell you because you're an asshole. I mean, where did we leave off last time? Uh, I won't hate him for this. Looks like Damien wants to add something of that, but then decides not to. I guess he figured out that this is as good as he'll get from me. It didn't exactly make me it didn't exactly make me forgive him, not fully at least, or not just yet. But at the same time, I can understand his dickish behavior a little better now. If he continues this by properly apologizing, I'd be inclined to let it be water under the bridge. Okay, thanks. And sorry if this came off too harsh on you. I didn't mean to make any problems for you. Sigh. She's fine, fuck it. I suppose there really wouldn't be much point into holding a grudge in my current situation. I sit back down on the bed, pinching the bridge of my nose to let out the last few bits of frustration. Look, D, it's whatever, man. So sure, I accept the apology. Damien takes a moment to let my words sink in. Eyes darting around to take a measure of my absolute abysmal state again. Right, friends then? Waving him off, I simply sigh again. I'm honestly glad to have some resolution on this, but at the same time, I'm getting really, real tired of this fucking day. Yeah, just, can we continue this? Not now. I'm all, tired and shit. D nods at that, allowing a smile. Sure thing, dude. I'll let you catch some Z's. Gives me a quite frankly unsolicited pat on the shoulder, then leaves for the door. It's at the last moment before he could leave that another thought crossed my mind, and I call him out. I call out to stop him. Damien, wait. Huh? Is there music playing here? Oh. It's probably the fucking stadium next door. Oh. They like to blast their music and shit. I want to ask, let's say that, there was someone in school you knew, but they didn't know me. Like, they see me around, but they wouldn't know me. What words would you use to refer to me by when talking to this person? Once again, Damien's taken aback by my words, eyes widening slowly. The human guy? I mean, if they don't know you and all, that's... Sure, that's fine. No, it's not. Fucking bullshit apology and bullshit fake... Bullshit. Bullshit fake friendship bullshit. Bullshit. I'm still nothing more than some token skinny for him. But I really don't get why. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a human thing. Oh, okay. I don't always get you guys. Alright, see you around, pal. Yeah, good night. Yeah, Robert. Damien is too much of a bro to hate in any universe. Blasting that Fox News NFL theme. Oh god, yeah. Well, it's probably whatever's top 40 on fucking radio. Ah, yes, pizza rolls. They're definitely more pricey than the rice puffs, but I've decided to splurge. Pizza? Who puts, like, frozen pizza rolls on a vending machine? Are you kidding me? It's morning now, about 5 minutes till classes should start. After what a shit show yesterday was, I'm determined to make most of today. I will not let the last day of my first week here be anything but normal. A low bar to set, admittedly, but one I'm confident I can reach. Well, probably. Woke up early, exercised, zipped in and out of the shower, even my stupid black eyes starting to shrink. The only thing I don't have going for me is that I'll probably be late a couple of minutes. But honestly, who cares about that at this point? And hey, that means the hallways will be empty. Other than the occasional tardy student and teachers trying to get to their classes, I'll have the whole campus to myself. Might as well take my time. Shoving the packet of pizza rolls into my pocket, I step out into the sunlight, and this is where we bump into Ben. I'm pretty sure. Even though the clouds from yesterday are still hanging out near the horizon, the rising sun's light comes in at an angle that lights up the quad and paints a warm, glowy contrast to the dark sky. It makes for a kind of tranquil scene that's hard to come by, like the drawn out moment just before the storm. A storm whose wind I can already feel coming in, biting gently into my skin and in my jacket. Still, it's one of those rare moments where you really gotta stop and take in your surroundings and find joy in the little things. That one random bench between the bushes there. I wonder, is that the local kissing bench or a hideout for delinquents? Is it a safe haven for nerds escaping the noise of the cafeteria? Or like, damn, look at those branches waving in the wind, filling the air with the pleasant hummy susurrus of dancing leaves. I love to draw, but something like that is essentially impossible to put on the canvas, as could be the shine reflecting off the windows. How many of them have sleepy, tired student faces watching me cross the yard, wishing they spent more time outside this morning instead of doing the right thing by being punctual? Every now and again, you really got to look at things from someone else's view so you can be sure that your life isn't lame like theirs. It's a nice confidence boost. I feel pretty good about things right now, or maybe I'm just forcing myself to. Either one works, really, if this is the result. Wrong answer. I think I was gonna do an ending one now. Purple prose. Oh, the theme. Ugh. The pleasant atmosphere is so calming. In fact, I let my walking pace crawl back to a halt almost. Even though my mind tells me that it should be cold out here with all the clouds and shit, the warm feeling of the morning sun seeping into my bones is all too comfy. Now, if only I can keep this up for the rest of the day. Leisurely strolling, I make my way through the yard. There's no one there's no one out here besides me. Even that old gardener guy seems to be absent today. I consider lighting up, but I know I wouldn't have enough time to savor it, not unless I wanted to be seriously late. Arriving slowly at the main building, in my head I go over what my day will look like. I think I share all my classes with Damien today, no electives. Makes me wonder where he is, because I couldn't find him in the dorms. Then again, he probably left way before I even got out of the shower. I don't think I've seen him be late for any classes ever, so it's doubtful I'll run into him. Strictly speaking, the only people out here by now should be the janitors and perhaps members of the student council. Ben. I was right about Ben, just later. Well, maybe I couldn't find Damien, but at least I got his blue counterpart. Not to imply I actually wanted to, but I did promise Damien that I wouldn't hate on Ben, not necessarily anyway. So what the hell, let's be friendly. Today will be a good day, I won't let it happen any other way. And really, what's the worst that could happen? Even if the scene goes south, I'll forget about it in like 5 minutes talking the shit with Damien. As I approach him, Ben turns around to face me. That's when I notice he's on the phone, having a less than friendly conversation with someone, which is Damien. Like usual, when seeing me, he promptly shuts up and continues with a somewhat softer tone. Listen. Wait, it's Ben. Listen, I must go now. Say hi to her for me. No, it'll be fine. You just make sure that you have a good time. With that, he ends the call, and while I have no idea what it was about, or who he could have been talking to, still, it's clear as day he meant that last part sarcastically. Inko. Ben. I'm not sure where I should start. Should I ask him about his morning, or maybe how he's doing? The call, or perhaps about that charity thing Damien mentioned yesterday. Looking Ben over while he thinks. However, I spot a couple of things I haven't before. Things that change my mind about the whole ordeal. His hair is messy, and so are his clothes. The cuffs of his jacket aren't buttoned up. Even his normal immaculate glasses are dirty, smeared with fingerprints. His face, too, is different. Usually he has this calm, judgmental look going on. Stoic like he's so far above the earthly squalor of regular mortals, but today his eyes keep darting left and right at the slightest noise, and he just seems restless altogether. Something is clearly bothering him. Could it be related to that phone call? I should probably get to class already, but that can wait. What does it matter if it's 2 minutes or five? I'll just tell him I was helping Ben. Everything okay? He flinches upon hearing my question, being torn from his thoughts. Then he takes a deep breath, doing his best to appear normal, but not really succeeding at it. His voice is strangely high-pitched as he speaks up, apprehensive. Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Or I just meant to say you're looking a little on edge. On edge. No, Inko, I'm not on edge. I'm only out here organizing the most important event at this school's entire history, which is, as you can predict, a totally stress-free activity. Right. And now my community engagement guy had run off and won't be back until too late. So triple cheers all around, and good luck to us pulling through in time. But it's not his problem. Oh no, family comes first, right? Because obviously it's not like we all make sacrifices for the greater good, do we? Do we? Sigh. He runs a hand through his tresses, trying to calm down. And wait, family comes first, sacrifice for the greater good. Now, where did I hear something eerily similar to that? It couldn't be that his community engagement guy is Damien. And what does he mean ran off? I talked to him just yesterday. Is this about Damien? Yes, of course it is. Should I even be surprised that he told you of all people? What the f... And what's that supposed to mean? Ben looks at me apathetically now, drumming with his fingers on his arm rhythmically. I can't read his face at all. Gee, fine, I'll let it slide this time for Damien's sake, but this fucker is on thin ice. Look, whatever, but what do you mean he ran off? I talked to him last night. You can't say that, Inko! The N-word does exist in this universe. What I mean to... Wait. It's Ben here. What I mean to say is he's sitting on a bus right now going home. What, like right now, right now? Ben nods and The news hit me square in the chest, so hard that I didn't know how to take it. I mean, yeah, Damien did say he wanted to go see his mother and stuff, but he said nothing about when. He certainly didn't even remotely insinuate that he's leaving this fucking morning. I guess we're just not good enough friends for him to tell me, after all. Like, why tell the human guy anything? He's nobody important, is he? Oh, when is he getting back? Fuck if I know. Not for a week, at least. Not for a week? Ugh. Well, do you understand my concern now? I suppose I do. Ben takes my silence in stride, pinching the bridge of his nose. It's setback after setback. I honestly don't even know what I'm going to do about this. Sigh, me neither. But I guess this is the part where I should say something. Oh, this stuff again. Oh, this stuff. Where do we get this? I'll just start from the beginning. Damien is in the right, but I know you guys will pull through. Damien's in the right, and you can't do anything about it now. Damien fucked up, but you could still pull through. Damien fucked up, there's nothing to be done now. Say nothing. Ben, you don't deserve my words. Anyhow, wait. Anyhow, I better get going. This problem won't solve itself. And shouldn't you be in class anyway? I checked the time on my phone, realizing I've spent almost 10 minutes talking to Blue Boy, making me over 15 minutes late now. Damn. I say awkward farewells to him, and it's off to class with me. Let's just hope the magic phrase I was helping Ben really has the power to... I assume it does. And then Idakin just fucking dies. Let's try being nice to Ben. What could go wrong? 3 accidents and a mind-numbing 5 hours later. Ben, why are you wearing that red Chinese dress? That's like 2 weeks of not taking his medicine. His Be Normal pills. Damien just needed a skinny to trauma dump on before getting out. Yeah. Uh, clear those notifications. Man, this day is dragging. You know, wait, we went back in time. I mean, I guess we could just keep counting rap G's while we're here. This is new dialogue, ain't it? Let me go to the rap G counter. That's a 17. I could go for a cigarette right about now. I knew I should have lit up earlier, taken some time for myself instead of fucking around with Ben. Those are a poor choice of words. What a wasted damn opportunity. And to make it even more worse, I'm still sitting here in fourth period. Though thank fucking lunch went without incident today. It really could have been a normal day if it wasn't for the whole Damien situation. I'm pretty fucking bummed out about that. Not only that he's gone, but I was hoping that this would be a nice, lazy Friday to fool around and shit. But more so that he didn't even tell me. Like he just didn't feel the need to. Damien speaks about friendship, but when it really comes down to it, well, the human guy. That's who I am, according to him. That's all I am. That's all I am to damn anybody. I won't be invited to a party this weekend. I won't be hanging with the cool guys and the chicky babes, no sir. Best case scenario, I'll go out to town on my own and do whatever. But most likely I'll be cooped up in my room like some pathetic loser. Or in other words, I have completely and absolutely failed at making a good first impression. My social life is a disaster. I think back to how many times I rehearsed my big introductory speech before coming here, mastering all the little gestures and getting the cadence just right, and all I can do is shake my head. Sitting here now in utter disbelief, I just can't conceive how the only part of the day I'm looking forward to, even in the slightest, is the 5-minute talk I'll have with some fatty. Oh, we're finally defaulting to Olivia now. Oh boy. We don't talk about femboy Ben in this chat, that's true. If Idakin wanted to live, he shouldn't have drank all the bone-hurting juice. Liquid pain. At least that I can't mess up. If I don't forget to pick up her shit from Mr. Idakin today, that is, and if she doesn't slam the door in my face again. I still don't know what the fuck that was about. Does she have her tampons out on her desk or some shit like that? I heard girls can get weird about those things. As the thought crosses my mind, I inadvertently imagine the logistics of how tampons would work, let alone on a ham planet like Olivia, but on a crippled one on that, like at that. Must be something like when a fat guy's trying to find his dick he hasn't seen in a decade, except how would she even know if she succeeded? If she's in a wheelchair, then her feeling must be all fucked up too, right? Or is she just that good at cave explorer? Now, Jesus RF Christ, why am I even thinking about this in the first place? Biting my tongue to suppress a disgusted yell, I shudder in my seat, desperately trying to focus my attention on anything and everything that would get me away from that particular topic. It ends up being the teacher. What was his name again? Oh well, it doesn't matter anyway. Still rambling on about the correct way to hold a digital pen, same as he was doing 15 minutes ago. I've concluded early on that this class is yet another one that I most likely won't care about. But come on, this isn't the senior year. How could anyone have made it this far without knowing how to hold a pen? Regardless, I glue my eyes onto him and soak in every worthless word that escapes his mouth, lest my bored mind takes me back to vivid imagery of cavity searching the obese and disabled. Extremely stimulating 20 minutes later, the lecture ends, and I would so escape out to the hallways, but the dude keeps us for another 10 or so minutes, making really extra sure everyone knows what software to download and whatever yada yada bamboo cave com who cares. Eventually, though, I break free. Dude, what the fuck, this fucking mod. Right, I just figured it out. Thinko's excessive thinking emits radiation that gave Idakin cancer. Oh no, Thinko, why would you conjure that image? He would. G. Rap G. That was painful. I murmured to myself under my breath, trying to fish up the crumpled up timetable from inside my jacket. Unfortunately, my words don't go unnoticed. Oh no! I know, what do we have here? If it isn't my newest bootlicker. Oh god, no, not today. Anything but her. Mia, we just fucked like half an hour ago. How could you do this to me? The time-traveling wizard. I say nothing, hoping that this gets over with as fast as possible. What, you can't even speak now? God, you're getting more pathetic by the day. Can't deny that. Mia steps closer, grabbing my face rudely, like one does to a horse to examine its teeth and shit. That feels incredibly degrading, especially as she yanks my head first to the left, then to the right, as if I literally was a horse or something. Her grip is like a vice too, and I'm actually afraid I'll lose teeth if she continues like this. I'm not sure what she's looking for, but thankfully her inspection doesn't last too long, and she lets me go with one last shove. She seems disappointed. She's trying to look for those love bites! Gee, sorry for being born on the wrong side of the gene pool. Guess we all can't be descendants of the glorious Dino Khan. For obvious reasons, though, I don't say that out loud. The less I speak, the faster she gets bored, yes? No, sadly, that doesn't seem to be the case at all. What's your problem, Skinny? Did I break you in already? No, I'll hate myself for this. I'll hate myself for this so much. But I really, 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 really do want her to leave. Yes, ma'am, you did, ma'am. Wow, it even felt worse to say it than I thought it would. There's this visceral gut response that makes me want to throw up, and I have to try my hardest not to have my ulcer explode out of sheer fucking embarrassment. Mia's surprised too. Serves you right. Serves you well, you little faggot. She's already opening her mouth for another insult, no doubt, when the bell rings. Mia perks her head up, listening to the chime, then, without another word, she storms off. Saved by the fucking bell. I sigh with all of my being, barely able to take the suckage anymore. I want to shout at the top of my lungs. I want to kick and punch and beat things up. I want to throw my one singular notebook to the floor and jump on it until it's little more than torn pieces of paper flying through the air. I've heard about how bullying can make someone depressed, but I've always thought it was some bullshit. The way I saw it, if someone was pathetic enough to get bullied in the first place, well, then they must have already had some sad sack of shit to deserve it. Now, I don't know. I've never been depressed in my whole life, like ever. And even now, I don't think it's that. It's this feeling that my hands are slipping off the wheel more and more with each passing day. Thinko about to become ending one. There's a sinking feeling in my stomach that makes me want to lay down and just give up already. It's like inside my head is a bad neighborhood where I don't want to be. This day, it's been a disaster. Same as this whole week. Is this what my last semester here will look like? Like, all of it? No, I don't even want to consider that possibility. It has to get better. It just has to. It has to. I step out to the cold afternoon air between the throngs of the other students. Other students who, unlike me, know exactly what they'll be doing with the rest of their day and are probably very much looking forward to it. Some are flocking together for club activities, some heading off towards the dorms, and some going straight for the gates, chattering on about whatever it is they will be doing. But me? Alls I know is I got one last package to deliver, and that's it. That's all anyone needs me for, so that's all the plans I have until it's back to the grinder for another week of misery. But let's try looking at it from a different angle. I did promise myself I wouldn't let this day go to shit, so let's try to salvage it. Let's see here. For one thing, I certainly do not have any obligations to anyone. I can do whatever I want. I'm my own master despite what Mia thinks. What's more, I finally have one full week put behind me. Arrivals are always hard. Acclimating to a new community, getting through the culture shock and all that. Maybe I'm not as popular as I hoped I would be, but I still have time. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's not to say I feel better about today or anything else in general, yet at the same time I know I can't let myself fall into depression. That just won't do me no good. I'm hip. I'm FA. But then I sigh, reminded of my talk with Ben this morning. I really do suck at pep talks. What I did just now was essentially telling myself that it's gonna be okay, only with a lot more words. Should I punch myself in the face too? I'm feeling the urge to, slightly. Still, if only ever just, but I do feel better. Or at the very least, I don't feel like a complete joke anymore. But it all hangs in the balance. One push in the wrong direction, and I so know I'll spend the whole weekend baiting new fags into some sort of pointless arguments, with 6 different tabs open so I can have the final word in each of them. I know myself enough to be damn sure of that. It's not the most healthy of defense mechanisms, but it's been tried and tested, and I don't give two fucks about the feelings of internet strangers so long as it makes me feel better. It's worth it. The end justifies the means because the ends are about me, and I'm more important than 100 sweaty neckbeards. Alright, I've been idling long enough. Let's go see this little missy. This little miss, my room is too good for you, then I'll be truly done with this shit ass week. Chad is dead. My trip through the girls' dorm is uneventful, just the way I hoped it'd be. Wouldn't want to think Mia lives here, but I don't want to run into her groupies either. Wait, Mia has groupies? I thought she was alone. I don't want to run into anyone. Yet for reasons I couldn't describe myself, the closer I get to my destination, the more I'm anticipating what's to come. Although what is to come? 10 minutes of charades that don't mean nothing to anything? Right, that and then a weekend's full of much of the same. Nothing. I'm gonna blow my nose again, or at least try to. I hate feeling snotted up. I clear my throat and fix my clothes, more out of habit than really meaning it, then knock on the door. Contrary to how it usually goes, this time it opens in about 2 seconds tops. I'm so surprised I can barely produce a hello. Olivia room time, yeah, it's gonna be where they paint. How did the original demo like end right after the painting stuff? Oh no, she's giving me the Elliot smirk. It looks just like Elliot. Hold on, I gotta. I'm autistic right now. I have to. I have to go to the Snoot Boru. Or actually, don't I already have? Hold on, hold on. Let me. Can I can I get desktop, please? Hold on. I got this. I gotta be super autistic. Utilities. Show desktop. There we go. Bring back. No. No. Okay. Devlog. There's devlog. Now bring chat. All right. I have to find Elliot, and then I have to put him on the thing. That's literally the Elliot face. Characters. Elliot. Oh, it's gonna be the heads. It's gonna be so weird. Oh, let me look at these. Oh, what the fuck is this? What are these assets? He's bald. God. Now I have to search the Boru because they're using the same thing Wani did. Fuck. Hold on. Let me check Boru. This is such a shit show. But then again, what better things do we have to do than read Wanigamu, right? Fuck. Where is my... There it is. Alright, Elliot. Only 34 results. I don't think there would be him smirking. I don't think. No, I can't get him smirk. It's literally his smirk. And I can't find it on the Boru. And I don't want to fucking dig it through the files because they use that stupid thing. But you get it right. Signature look of saurian superiority, yeah. Uh, anyways, not even that, in fact, as Olivia tears her stuff from my hands before I could even blink, exchanging it for a note of some sort. It's virtually covered in blue paint, just like she is. Okay, I'm gonna need some apples and oranges and a cucumber, and please also bring some Wonder Bread if you know the expensive kind. And oh, I'll need. She's talking so fast I can't even keep up. The torrent of words continues for another half a minute before finally, Olivia finishes with a loud gasp. And a new paintbrush, from the store in the back, like last time. Oh, wait. I'm not doing the voice. I'm so jaded with this game, I forgot to do the voice. She points at the paper in my hands. It's all there. I look down at the note and then back at Olivia. I want to ask her what the fuck is going on, but... Yeah, cool, thanks, bye. What? What happened? Did she just shut the door on me again? For real? Hey! What the fuck, dude? Not cool. I bang on the door, but the only response I get is another muffled thanks. And you wonder why we hate Olivia here. She, her, pronouns, but my eyes jump back and forth between the name tag on the door and the shopping list in my hand. For a few seconds, I consider simply just tossing it away. Sigh. Jesus Christ, fucking fine. What does it matter anyway? What's another hour or two running up and down town like an ass? This is where we run into Procling, isn't it? Oh wait, I know what it is. A fitting way to end this shit fucking day. That's what. Would someone please just kill me? Don't summon him, Wonder Bread, no. Can't escape the Wonder Bread. A couple of minutes later, I'm out by the gates, crossing through the parking lot. I don't even care enough to be mad anymore. That is where we get caught by Procling. There aren't many cars out here by now, so at least I don't have to worry about some asshole, Mia, trying to run me over. Does Mia even drive? On the opposite side of the lot, across from the gates, is the school's sports hall, I think. The one I saw the other day while walking with Damien. Doesn't look like the rest of the buildings on campus, much more modern and not so pompous, but it does look like a sports hall. There's some people on the field surrounding it, playing tennis and running track, doing aerobics. The pitter-patter sound of running feet and tennis balls being flung around echoes throughout the desolate parking lot. Though to be fair, I'm not actually the only one out here. At first, I didn't recognize the couple entering the lot in front of me. Didn't care to. Didn't care to really, but they're walking so slow that I couldn't help catching up. Oh yeah, this. One of them is definitely Mr. Edekin, and the other is a female teacher I don't know. Although she could very well be a student too, with how scrawny she is. But I don't think that's really the case. She just has this faculty vibe about her. I don't know. Her dress isn't too much to look at, very bland, but the color is interesting. Deep pink, almost purple. Normally I hate clothes that are purple, always giving me these wannabe royalty or ironic meme core feels, but on her it looks okay. Could be the color of her skin or scales that saves it. Not to mention this modest trad wife core thing she's got going on. Like with her hair, one could almost call it reasonably FA. Is this Mr. Edekin's wife? But I thought he was Shit, fuck. Not looking where I'm going, I almost fall over, stepping on a loose piece of the curb Thankfully, I manage it, but the noise I make is enough to cause the two dinos ahead to turn heads. Hmm? Ah, Master Inko, what a pleasant surprise. Good afternoon, Mr. Edikin. And to you too, how are you doing? I'm fine, my eye's getting better. Mr. Edikin nods with a smile, content with my answer. Meanwhile, his girlfriend steps closer, inspecting me head to toe. I think she's trying to be subtle, but it ends up being rather obvious. I don't think the two of you have any classes together, so let me introduce you to my colleague, Miss Procklin. Francesca, this is Inko, one of my students. He is new here. Upon hearing my name, her face lights up. Oh, of course, Inko. Liz told me all about you. My heart skips a beat. She did? For sure, the way you helped that poor girl the other day, Olivia. It was very nice of you. I can't believe it. I can't not believe this. The first time someone finally recognizes me, the first time I'm not the human to someone, and not only is it just some random teacher, but better yet, it's all about that fucking crocodile. Or alligator, whatever she is. This is so much worse than having no reputation being the teacher's pet. Oh lord. But let's try to keep things civil. Right, that's what I'm doing now too, actually. I wave a shopping list around in the air for emphasis. Ah, such a sweet young man. Indeed he is. I'm very proud of you, Inko. Keep it up, and you'll find your place in our community before you know it. Yeah, sure, that's just what this whole week has been about. It's amazing how out of touch Mr. Edikin can be, despite trying so hard to be a good mentor. But I know better than to whine in front of a lady, or a teacher, or just adults in general. It's, not a big deal. I'm sure it's a big deal to Olivia, Inko. She will remember your kindness, and remember it tenfold. Oh, and return it tenfold. And I'm not talking about her fucking tummy folds. Oh, there's the rap G. That's 18. Oh, I accidentally put a J and an H on 17. I don't know how that happened. No one pointed that out. Crazy. I could put whatever I want up here, no one would know. At least it's not feet, but still. Oh god, don't summon the caricature here. Yes, she does. Proclaim cross Idekin time. I remember this vaguely. Yeah, it's then we're gonna go through the mall and then we'll probably come back and watch Olivia paint and then that's when the demo ended, I think. I'm not too certain about it. Rapji, this dude's auditioning for the opera? Sheesh. And what's even that supposed to mean? Oh, please, weird fat dino girl, shower me in your kindness. Guess I better stop with the sarcasm before I realize that I should have told Olivia where she could shove her fucking shopping list. Oh, I thought she was a cave diver or whatever. Fortunately, my brain functions hadn't been eroded down enough to stop me from making small talk with these geezers, so I should be able to whip up a fast escape. Speech is the thing conveniently located between action and thought. So if you get good enough at it, you can substitute it for both. Okay, Thinko, it's time to think. It's time to speak. Yeah, okay, but I should get going now and stuff before the stores close. Oh yes, I suppose we should get going as well. Goodbye, Inko. Have a nice weekend. You too, sir. Bye bye. She stays behind for a second to pat me on the shoulder with a warm, impish smile, one that I'm not sure how I should take, then skips her way back to Mr. Idekin, tail swinging left and right to the sway of her hips. I watch them go till they get to their cars and say farewell to each other, with a half hug and those awkward air kisses on the cheek. Oh, so I guess they're not married after all, but then again, Mr. Edikin did say colleague, so I probably shouldn't be surprised. Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose again. Oh, I had to clear my throat on that one. I could feel the phlegm in my throat. Liz was right too. This woman is all right. I don't know what subject she teaches, but it must be a whole different course than the one I'm taking. What a shame. I wave the duo of teachers goodbye one last time as they round the lot with their cars, then get going myself. Or rather, I would until I hear the screeching of tires. Another day, another rap G, yeah. We're still doing the rap G counter. I'm half listening right now, yeah. Rap G is added to the counter, yeah. Thinko thinks so much he could single-handedly defeat the brains from Futurama. Man does do the mental talk a lot, kind of let me drift off into the nothingness in my head. There's so much free rent space in Inko's head. Curiously, I turn around. They couldn't have driven off the side of the hill like in 2 seconds, could they? Apparently not, because what I see is her car backing up through the gates, rolling all the way to me. Animation. Oh god, Proclean's looking a little rough there. Proclean, have you been taking that crackarooski? Are you Mia's dealer? Step outside. Let me see your license and registration, please. The window reflecting my confused face goes down, and out leans Miss Proclean. Want a ride? Oh, consider it a freebie for being a good boy. She opens the passenger side door. She's treating me like I'm a fucking kindergartner. Looking at me expectantly. Sure. Yeah, okay. I can see why she didn't. I see why they won't let her teach anyone, teach any lower grades. Because it's going to get a little dangerous. I'm really not sure what's happening, but hey, not having to walk all the way to the mall is its own motivation. Try not to overthink the situation. I slip into the passenger seat, while also subtly getting a menthol chewing gum from my pocket. It might just turn out to be a good thing I haven't smoked today. To the mall, yes. Uh, this is why he's not allowed to operate motor vehicles. Get in, Skinny. We're going shopping. The West has fallen. Billion must think. Yeah, and thanks for the ride, miss. Oh, it's nothing at all. With that, she puts the car into gear and starts rolling towards the gates. It now just occurs to me that someone could have seen me getting into their car, but oh well, too late to worry about stuff like that now, I guess. Whatever Miss Proclean thinks about that, I can't tell. Not even after stealing the look while acting busy fastening my seatbelt. I'm still so bad at reading dino faces, it's starting to feel like a serious liability. On top of that, as the sound starts mounting up in silence, I begin to feel increasingly more awkward. I really don't know what to expect sharing a ride with a young woman, but this wasn't really it. Maybe I should find a way to break the ice. So, you're Liz's homeroom teacher. She said that, right? Oh yes. A real nice girl, she is. Always so busy. Yeah, right, yeah, I noticed. That makes sense. She can be kind of hard to miss, doesn't she? Glancing over, I see the coy smile from earlier on Miss Proclean's lips again, grinning at her own joke. Even though it was, I mean, can one dino say that about another? Whatever, let's roll with it. Yeah, but she did give me the hard sell on you too, by the way. Did she now? Her eyebrows perk up, but the smile doesn't leave her face. There's kind of like a girlish curiosity to her voice as well. I guess I just made her day. So what'd she say? Yeah, okay, she's not being subtle about it at all. It suddenly makes me feel like I just got the upper hand in the conversation. And, well now, a little bit of flirting never hurt no one, did it? That's what I think, at least, until I realized how little Liz actually said about her. Shit. She talked about, like, how much you care about your students, and, like, how you eat lunch with her in the gardens and all that. I mean, Liz really likes having you as a teacher. She doesn't respond immediately. Curious, I look in the rearview mirror to catch a glimpse on her face. Oh no. Only to see her looking straight back at me with kind of an intense look. Does she ever tell you what we talk about during lunch? Well, all of a sudden my mouth feels surprisingly dry, and if I didn't know myself better, I sure would think that I'd be blushing right now. Her eyes are so very intense. Then suddenly, ah, would you look at that? We're here! Uh-huh. Looking around, I noticed that we've stopped and parked in the parking lot by the mall. Oh, looking at the mirror again, the gaze is gone. Miss Procklin looks nothing but ordinary, waiting for me to get out, which I should do now. Right. Thanks for the ride. There really was nothing. Take care now. You too. And Thinko was never seen again. Big-headed Thinko. Miss Procklin, where the fuck are you taking us? To her house. She said she had candy there. I didn't just say that, did I? A good hour and a half later, I'm slowly, very slowly, making my way back to campus. I'm really dragging my feet, tired of it all. School's within eyesight now, on top of a hill, but I'm not quite there yet. Passing by the construction site at the moment, it's one of the closer landmarks I came to realize. This past hour I've been walking so much my legs are starting to feel like they're made of lead, with matching concrete boots to go with them. I already dread having to go uphill. The dropping temperature isn't doing me any favors either. While we're steadily leaving the real winter colds behind this late in the evening, I'm definitely feeling the difference. I almost feel bad for Olivia now, because it must be infinitely more terrible for her to do this, especially in the winter. And at the very least, my legs work while she has to wheel herself around everywhere. What's that like anyway? Does she got bodybuilder arms or something? Is what I've thought to be what is what I've thought to be fat, all bulky muscle under that pullover? As I climb my way back up to the school, I find myself thinking more and more about Olivia. Or rather, not her per se, but what it must be like being disabled. It's a perspective I've had all my life, but when I think of someone like her, my first impression is, horrible as it sounds, is that she's not a real person. Not a whole person. Isn't that the point of labeling someone as disabled? It's not a playground name calling, it's a scientific term, a classification. The truth. It's not me trying to call her a no good asshole, it's society that does. Like doctors and shit. It's the government, Jack. They cast her die and rolled it wrong. And now her life is gonna suck, period. She'll never be normal. And yeah, there must be stuff she's good at, maybe even better than others or better than me. For instance, I sure as shit wouldn't have had the patience to wait 2 hours sitting in the park by myself. And I'm willing to bet there are desperate enough nerds out there that could take Olivia's random ramblings as being intellectual. I should probably grab a drink. This is Miss Procklin isn't studying. This isn't studying. This is grooming to the Oregon harvest. That doesn't change the fact that she's going to be a constant disadvantage in whatever she does all throughout her life. It's that simple. I arrive at her room just as I finish this particular train of thought, it once again culminating in the same conclusion I always draw. I'm better than her. And it's not as if I was some narcissist shithead who would want to shove it in her face or anything. I don't. Nor am I like the other half of the insufferable faggot spectrum, people who pity and romanticize the disabled to the point of wanting to lick their asses clean on a daily basis. But why am I even going on about this so long? Not like words and thoughts could change a fact. Well, you treat it as so, Thinko. Grass is green, the sky is blue, Olivia's in a wheelchair, and I am not. And that's just life for you. Some people will make it, some won't, and some are better off not trying. So anyway, let's get back to business. That's the only reason I'm here. Hey, it's me, your prom date. Once again, the door opens so fast I can't even get a single sentence across. It's the Elliot face. Not a second later, I'm left empty-handed as Olivia snatches her shit from me, stacking the heavy shopping bags in her lap. Yeah, I will fucking do this. I'm gonna, oh, that's not the, there we go. I'm gonna steal a screenshot. I'm gonna open up Paint, and by the end of the stream, I'm going to do a comparison here. Because it's bugging me. Is the AI voice don't work no more? Nope. They never updated them. Random ramblings is what this mod is. It's true. Not a second later, I'm left empty-handed as Olivia snatches her shit from me, stacking the heavy shopping bags in her lap. At least she cleaned herself up the last I seen her today. That's something. Unlike last time, however, she rolls backwards into the room, leaving me ample space to follow. Come in, come in! I'm so put off by what's happening that I don't even know how I should react. Not much you can really do with an open door, though. So, without much thinking, I step through it. As soon as I get my bearings, I try to get on top of the conversation. I figured I'd better do that now before we get more into whatever this is going to be. Oh, what? I finally made the cut for your highness? Either Olivia doesn't hear me or she decides to ignore my comment. With her back turned to me, she dumps all the shit I just brought her on her bed, not even carrying. There, let me grab another drink as I butcher more shit. With her back turned to me as she dumps all the shit I just brought onto her bed, not even caring that the contents of like half the bag spills out and onto not even a little messy sheets. That's a sentence. She doesn't seem to be overly interested in her groceries, despite earlier it looking like her life depended on me getting them. While Olivia does her thing, I look around the room. There's not a whole lot to see. It's a dorm room. A bed, some cupboards, some posters, wooden flooring. I was just, I don't know, expecting more from a girl's room. And from a cripple's room, too. Where all the doodads she needs to live. I mean, I get it, her legs don't work, whoop-de-fucking-do. That's what the wheelchair is for, but where's the rest? Close the door, would ya? Huh? I look behind me and turns out Olivia's right. I left the door wide open. Guess I was too busy gawking at all the non-existent life support machines and shit. Oh, sure, sorry. Done with my task, I turn back and... What the? What? What is that? Ego be ego. In the middle of the room stands a, well, I'll be generous enough to call it a painting, presenting itself to the world with pride. What am I looking at? It's a little something I've been working on. It's you! Me? Uh-huh. Wow, I'd hate to disappoint, but it looks nothing like me. It looks nothing like anything. Well, yeah, that's the point. It's abstract. It's like, you know, the idea of you. It's what my mind does when I think about you. I stare at the painting, trying to squeeze even the slightest bit of meaning out of it. And it's, well, it's blue, like very blue. Further than that, I'm beat. I can't grasp on any of this idea of me thing. Which random speck of hue is supposed to be me, or even anything related to me? I keep looking, but no answers come. One thing I can confidently say, however, is that the last thing I expected today was seeing a painting of myself. And can't lie, it's slowly growing on me. Not that I managed to find any more meaning to it than I would in a splatter of throw-up, but now that I've gotten the initial shock out of my system, the painting itself is quite intriguing. Great lines. I'm reminded of what Damien told me on my first day here, how Olivia's stuff is unique and interesting. Unique is certainly one way to put it. It's not good, it's not bad, but it's definitely not normal either. Unique. But it really does show a whole lot of effort went into making it. I guess I should feel honored or something. Still, I'm more interested in the actual line work than whatever it is the painting is supposed to represent. Not like mine, but not bad. I find myself murmuring the words without really meaning to. The amused, almost smug expression. Oh, she's got her Elliot face again. Almost smug expression appearing on Olivia's face doesn't escape my attention. Yet, instead of the witty response I fully expected coming, she begins to explain. I spend a lot of time painting stuff. And I do mean a lot. It's not like I'm invited to parties every day or anything. I paint something new almost every week. Been doing that ever since I was like 12 maybe. So I've gone through, a bazillion different styles by now. She adjusts her chair slightly, turning to face the painting itself as she was addressing her next words to it. This last one, the abstract, I think I like it better than any of my other ones. It's like I can finally communicate my thoughts the way that they are in my head. Oh, is that because you don't need to put in effort to make it look like something? Well, the question is obvious. I don't actually say it out loud. It's true, the number of artists gravitating towards the abstract and symbolism simply due to their lack of skills and stick-to-itiveness is incalculably high. As someone who's grown up in the artist world myself, I know this well. However, I don't think that's the case here. Oh god, Olivia is a modern artist. Yeah. Oh no, not only don't her legs work, but her eyes don't work either. Olivia's smug face looks like she's spit in his cereal, yeah. If there's one thing I've learned about Olivia this week, without really meaning to, it's that there's usually more to her than meets the eye, for better or worse. Even yesterday, her slamming the door in my face, it wasn't for no reason. Apparently it was her trying to keep me from seeing a work in progress. That doesn't make it any less stupid or rude, but nevertheless, whatever Olivia does, she always seems to have her reasons. If she says she's arrived at this art style after years of practice, then I'm inclined to believe her. Shit, I'm being rude, aren't I? Don't you want to sit down or something? I shrug and nod without giving the question much thought, looking around the room for a chair. Except there aren't any. Olivia catches on to it too, clearing her throat. Right, sorry, okay, how about this? She motions at her bed, and then rolls a bit further away to give me some space. Shrugging a second time, I plop down onto the sheets, using the pause in the conversation for another chance to inspect the room. I'm absolutely positive that there should be some evidence to show that a disabled person lives here. I mean, having no chairs is kind of the same ballpark. The only chair Olivia will ever need is the one she's sitting in at this very moment. Still, shouldn't there be more, I don't know, gadgets, spare wheels, hygiene stuff? Hold on, maybe it's all in the bathroom. There was no other name on the store, so it's probably one of the single rooms like mine. There's no bunk bed or anything like that, but I haven't seen the inside of a two-person yet. Could be that they're simply joined by the bathroom. Olivia doesn't strike me as particularly wealthy, so if this is a single room, then it must be part of some grant for the whole wheelchair thing. Makes sense too, because if she had a roommate, it would have had to be me doing the delivery. No, it wouldn't have had to be me doing the deliveries. So, no roommate? Tell me, how many beds do you see in here? What's that? Didn't hear you saying one. Olivia giggles to herself lightly before her usual easygoing expression returns to her face. Anyway, no, it's all me. To punctuate the sentence, she uses one hand to turn herself around in her wheelchair, raising her other arm outward. It takes me a few seconds to realize it's supposed to be this is all my kingdom gesture, like when a dancer twirls around. Hiding the cringe from my face is incredibly hard. I wait for her to finish circling around, thinking of what next to say. So, all you, all day, every day? And painting? Yes. Is that all you do? I'm a schoolgirl. What do you think I do in the afternoons? I'd rather not think about that. No, not that, you pervert. I study. You know, school stuff, like what it seems to me you don't spend your afternoons on, but should be. Olivia sighs, putting the cover back on the painting. Anyways, I like to listen to music. Music, huh? I think I noticed the other day too, but oh wow, that must be the first thing she has in common with normal people. One single hobby. Talk about your needle in a haystack. What kind? I meant the question in a totally innocent manner, a little more than filler small talk, the polite thing to ask. But the shine appearing on Olivia's eyes tells me I just hit the jackpot, and now I'm in for the duration. The kind that doesn't suck? Like, oh, I was listening to a lot of Snoop Baton. A lot. You like their stuff? um, oh, and there's Humana War. Some of their shit is like, oh, Raptor Jesus, so godly. That's. But I really like Fossil Tika too. They have so many good songs. Like Spearman or For Who the Shaman Sings. What's your favorite? Do you know them, right? I. Or hey, hold on. When you get back, I was actually listening to, give me a sec. Giving up on trying to interject, I do as I'm told and wait patiently as Olivia rolls over to her cupboard, retrieving something. From afar, she throws me the thing, and rolls back while I fumble to catch it. It's an MP3 player. Dino Maiden. I wasn't sure if it was the right theme for your painting because they're like 1,000 light years away from you as far as raw intellect goes. Gee, thanks. But then I remembered this one. She cues the song and then hands me one of the earbuds of the MP3 player, putting the other in her ear hole herself. The chalk rune of the beast, Dino Maiden. Wow, I sure didn't take you for one of them edgy kids. Olivia frowns, but she's more amused than anything. I guess you can interpret it like that. How else do you interpret a song about Satan? And where do I come into this picture anyway? I swear if she goes on something something vanity something something antichrist speech, I'll be out of here so fast. You always go for the most obvious thing, don't you? Huh? Listen to the lyrics. It starts talking about the earth and the sea. I'll spare you the lessons on the book of Revelations, but you know, earth is easy to understand. Solid, dependable, Mother Nature and all. Dirt easy, you could say. But the sea? It's always changing. Even now, with all our technology and shit, we've barely tamed it. She even does the air quotes with her claws when saying tamed. Back in the good old days of yore, like in the times of the guillotines and stuff, and even before then, people associated the sea with chaos and the unknown. Monsters, dangers, dropping off the edge of the map, adventures, chances, freedom, you know, a wild card, chaos. So what's that got to do with the song? Where do you think the beast emerges from? The earth? Look, the earth is us. The earth is you when you listen to the song, and the earth is me when I do. It's what we know. The sea is everyone else around you, the people you don't know. You could try conquering them, making sense of the chaos, subduing the beast, but it's not going to happen. Because come on, who has ever conquered other people? And maybe, yeah, maybe warlords had, but today, celebrities are the closest thing we got. And half their popularity comes from scandals and their fans waiting for the mighty to fall. Ugh. Get on that bed, Inko. They're both passive aggressive to each other. Oh, my nose. I can't keep this up. It's all an illusion. Popularity is an illusion. Wow, that's like so deep. Too bad it's nothing more than some industry grade cope coming from some confined to a room 7 days a week. So what? We should just stick to what we know, never try to be anything more than more because it doesn't matter anyway? That's not what I said. Oh yeah? Well, you sure fooled me. Sigh. What I mean is, people should be true to themselves before they try being anything else. If you can't be happy with who you are, then all your life you'll be left grasping for more and never be satisfied. That sounds like fun to you? Why do you even care so much? Are you going to pull a crucifix on me now for being a sinner? Does your persecution complex always kick in like that? What? Oh, come on. Name one thing I said to you today that you didn't take personally. Well, So, the painting, it's the sea. Uh-huh. But wait. If that's me, shouldn't I be the earth? Or shouldn't it be the earth? Why even make a painting that's whole message is, I don't know what I'm painting? And that is even possible to do in the first place. How could you even tell when you're done, or if it's any good, or what you're doing during any part of the process? Even if you painted shit randomly, be you'd have to be conscious about it. You still had to manually pick the color, the brush. It's just not possible. She's fucking with me and she knows it. Okay, first of all, even if you were right, which you ain't, I would still know what I was painting. A lack of understanding. I wait for her to explain, but she doesn't, and I don't get it. But that's literally what I just said. You don't know what you were painting. Yes, I did know. So what is it? A lack of understanding. But that's... What? How can you know and not know at the same time? I did know 100% I was painting a lack of understanding. She stresses each word individually now, like explaining something to a child. Which just makes it all the more frustrating that I still do not fucking get it. That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, exactly. Sound familiar? Sounds what? Look, it's like I told you. The painting is what I see in my head when I think about you. And I don't know you, hence a lack of understanding. Oh, now I get it. And man, even if that stupid painting looks like shit, it was kind of flattering to be painted, but it didn't even matter. But then you could have painted anyone. This abstract lack of understanding could have been a symbol for like 99% of all the students in the school. Nope, it couldn't. Why not? How can I have a lack of understanding for other people if I don't even want for people I don't even want to understand? Like you you want to get to know me? Shouldn't I? I mean, isn't that just normal? Normal. Is someone sitting in a wheelchair even allowed to use that word? In the silence that follows, I realize I've been barely paying any attention to the song playing. It's just about to end now too, I think. The few lines I caught totally weren't about what Olivia said about the sea and stuff, though. It sounded like any other edgy metal song. I take the earbud out carefully, giving the MP3 player back to Olivia. This had nothing to do with knowing thyself, by the way. I still don't think the writer even intended for people to make that connection. I bet they didn't. So what gives? She shrugs, fiddling around with the machine for a couple of seconds before passing it back to me. Here, this one's pretty good too. Oh, what's this one about? That cutting your wrists is actually a metaphor for having daddy issues because the blood you spill belongs to your bloodline? Although I gripe, I don't refuse the earbud. Usually I'm not the one for this kind of music, but I guess these ones aren't so bad. Still though, talking about music to me is like dancing about dancing about architecture. No, but that's not half bad. You just need to polish it some, and then you could maybe publish it in a magazine or something. Anyways, this song is really like is all. I can't I can't suppress a short, amused laugh at her reasoning. I'm dead certain that this is the very first thing all week Olivia said to me that she had a sensible, straightforward explanation for. I mean, it's not an objective answer. What song is good and one isn't, but at least I don't need to be a philosophy major to understand it. Inko, I did you the favor of summing up your character arc in the bluntest way possible. This is quite a lot of exposition just for one painting, yeah? And we're about 2 hours in. Chuckling still, I lay back on the bed, staring up at the ceiling. I remember when Inca was like up on the ceiling, literally up at the ceiling, and he was hanging and then he tilted. That was like the thumbnail for like part 4, I think. I just feel so out of my depth here about everything. Like, it's so sad it's beginning to be funny now. Having all these conversations with Olivia sure doesn't help either. All these dinos and their stupid dino things, it's just. Expecting the people here to have common sense seems to suggest that I myself am lacking it. Man, what a week. Huh? Oh shit, did I say that out loud? I got so mellowed out here debating the fucking Book of Revelations with Olivia that I totally let my guard down. Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I sit back up, suddenly feeling anxious again, but I try to play it cool. Suspicion's already written all over Olivia's face, though, looking at me with an analytical gaze, like a cat trying to figure out how to best get its prey. Knowing her, she must have already made 3 twists on that half sentence alone, probably debating internally right now whether my issue stems from a lack of mother or father figure or some shit like that. Not that I had any either, by the way. I stay silent, awaiting the inevitable armchair psychology session. Okay. Huh? So, on a totally unrelated note to what you just did say, how was your first week here at St. Hammond's? Fuck me. You just can't take no for an answer, can you? I'm building an island. Whatever that means. Sigh, look, my week, it's been pretty bad, okay? You shouldn't let Mia get to you like that. She's just not worth. I'm not talking about fucking Mia. I bring my fist down on the bed with enough force to make some of the still standing towers of grocery items fall over. Olivia is surprised by my sudden outburst as well, for which I can't blame her. I can't help but go on, all of my suppressed anger finding its release. It's just Rap G. Another one for the counter. Are we gonna reach 20? We might. If Inko is Thinko, Olivia should be Oliviap. Sure. Sadly, Inko has lost his ability to levitate with the update. That's true. Yeah, these two were made for each other. It's just, Rap G, what is wrong with you dinos sometimes? I can't. It's like, Christ, no matter what I do, I can't figure you people out, and so I'm not getting anywhere at all. I try speaking, but I'm not heard, so I have to lunch. So I go to lunch, I get beaten up. It's such it's such a fucking mess. Maybe I should just give up. Become another face in the crowd. Even if it is Olivia I'm talking to here, venting like this feels surprisingly good. All the other people, my so-called friends here, I know they wouldn't listen, not really. Ben, Damien, on the surface they seem to mean well, but even with D, it was like talking to a brick wall. Right now, at least, I feel as if someone is actually listening to what I'm saying, putting the effort to at least try to understand. I honestly cannot believe it, but I'm actually interested in hearing what Olivia will say about all this. Even if even if her shit is cryptic and basically pointless half the time, it still feels genuine, unlike Damien and his blogosphere tier advice, or like Mr. Edekin and his care but not really attitude. The uncomfortable short pause before Olivia speaks up suggests as much, anyways, as if she simply doesn't want to say the first thing that comes to mind. Look, I'm not really sure what you're talking about, and, well, I'm not going to say it's gonna be okay, because I hate when people do that, but, well, what? It's just so stupid. How would it be okay just because I throw my hands up to signify I'm not trying to challenge her, truly amused that Olivia has this exact opinion. No, no, I completely agree. I really do. That's stupid, right? Just be, right, because you just told them how bad it is, they can't even be bothered to think of a solution. Yeah, yeah. Neither of us say anything for a while after that. The silence communicating our thoughts perfectly well. I never thought there would be anything Olivia and I could agree on like this, but I guess it feels kind of good that we do. I feel better in general too, I think, if only just a little. Finding an outlet to vent your pent up feelings can do that. A moment passes, however, and before the silence could turn awkward, I clap my hands on my thighs and get up from the bed, deciding this was enough weirdo talk for the day. Right, I better get going, homework and all. Oh, I'm sure. Thanks for humoring me. Don't mention it. With Olivia in tow, I walk to the door, but before I could open it, she snaps her fingers loudly to get my attention again. Wait, Inko, hold on! Huh? I turn back around to face her, only to be greeted to the butt end of the wheelchair. I haven't noticed yet, but Olivia has a very long and thick tail. Makes me wonder if it has any significance, like if it's embarrassing for her the way a human girl having an overly large bust must feel. Not that I'll ever know, especially as Olivia starts turning back and I have to tear my eyes away before she would accuse me of staring at her ass, which I wasn't. Without warning, she flings something at me and I have to do my best not to drop the damn thing. Here, take it. She rolls her way back to the door and me, focusing her attention on the item in my hand, which turns out to be a CD. Wow, an MP3 player and now a CD. What decade are we in? What's this? Some of my all time favorite songs. Sometimes when I feel bad, I put them on and zone out, and you get the idea. Now, I take a better look at the CD case, more specifically at the track list on the back. There seems to be a total of 8 songs and like an actual 8 track, but damn, these titles are fucking unreadable. Thanks. Don't mention it. But I'll be wanting it back, okay? And if you dare put a single scratch on it. She doesn't finish the sentence, but I get the picture. Yeah, yeah, okay. Without anything more to say, I sink the disc into my pocket, turning to the door once again. I'm honestly feeling quite embarrassed for getting a gift like this, so I try not to think too hard about it. Still, I can't stop another thought from entering my mind, one that compels me to let go of the door handle and to face Olivia one final time. Hey, can I ask you something? I guess. Okay. Say, you told someone I was here today or something, or someone that has someone that has maybe seen me around the school, but like, they haven't ever talked to me or anything like that. Well, speaking to this person, what words would you use to refer to me by? Olivia seems taken aback a little, confused, mouth hanging open for a few seconds as she thinks about what to say. It's already a lot longer than Damien, basically blurting out his answer yesterday. Um, the new guy, or I really don't get what's the point of. That's okay. Goodbye. Thank you. Ugh, do I really want to keep going? Rap G. I know he's using the ain't on angry eyes. I know it's so fucking uncanny. Fucking meteor dodgers have to exposit more than I. Take my mixtape and go. I could hear the fucking yapping from the stadium. It's ugh. I take one last look around the place, trying to make absolutely sure that I won't get caught. This is my only chance here. Okay, thing goes in and I push and viola. Not that hard, is it? I didn't even trigger an alarm. I knew I could get through this stupid door eventually. Didn't even need no help. Man, the hot air out here is great. Wait, the air out here is great. Nice warm sunshine. Just the perfect light breeze. It's all great. Much better than it's been the past few days, that's for sure. Too bad I'm spending a Saturday like this alone, but what can you do? Bowl of shitty instant noodles in hand, I walk to the sole chair out here and sit my ass down. I've noticed that a number of arrangement of chairs vary every time I'm out on the balcony, which means people other than Damien and I must know how to get out here. Makes sense, though I'm glad they're not here now. Today I didn't Today I didn't sneak out for just a smoke, but to have my lunch here as well, in the relatively peace and quiet school campus can have. I don't know, I guess I would have felt too much like a loser if I ate at the confines of my room on a nice weekend like this. That's not exactly going out to Burger Chieftain with all your friends, but it'll just have to do. I don't usually like to spend my time alone. Always feels so dull and it feels so pointless. But if I must, I decide that I might as well make the most of it. Slept in late, looked up all the latest news on all the brands I follow, scrolled through a cop thread or two. I even dropped on a handsome guy's thread to gather inspiration from what the other half thinks a good looking man is like. All from the also relative comfort of my bed. I've gotten more used to sleeping on in this shitty ass bed since the beginning of the week, but still wish I didn't have to. That's actually part of the reason why I'm out here. One cannot underestimate the importance of mental hygiene. You just gotta reward yourself with something every now and then, even if it's something small, such as having a quiet, leisurely lunch and getting some fresh air and some vitamin D. Not exactly a spa, but it should help one relax. Now that I'm out here, though, in the company of no one but my thoughts, it does make me reflect on things. Some not so relaxing things. This week didn't exactly go the way I planned. That is to say, nothing I hoped would happen did happen, and certain things I wish never would did. But really, I don't want to get into all of that again. It's shitty, it's stupid, and it's not worth my time mulling it out again and again. Slurping on my noodles, I instead try to think of another subject, like all the new people I have met. First there was Mr. Edekin. He's okay, I guess, just a teacher. Clearly cares about stuff, although he can go a bit too far sometimes, like micromanaging a new student making the acceptable number of friends. His dressing style is a little odd, too. And speaking of odd, there are Ben and Damien. I really couldn't say what it is, but it feels like I'm just not getting the full picture when it comes to these two. Damien, I thought at first would be easy to read, like the back of my hand, a friendly goofball. But then he doubles down with all the secrets he's trying to keep, and for what? Sometimes I just don't know what might be going on inside his head. He's open as can be when it comes to day-to-day life, but try getting closer to him and suddenly firewall. And all the extra miles he goes for Ben. Rapchi! Oh, we hit 20. That's worth something, right? 20. Have you fixed her yet? No, I don't think we'll be ever fixing her. Plus, it's not like Ben seems to care. I've never even heard the guy say a single nice word to Damien, let alone thank him for anything. More like Ben tolerates Dee's presence so he can boss him around, as he does with everyone else. Well, everyone except me, because I sure as fuck won't become his errand boy, oh no. Good intentions or not, with Blue Boy, it's just... Let's just say it's bad enough that the other chronic weirdo got me playing delivery guy for her already. Olivia. Although to be really honestly fair here, after hanging out with her yesterday, it feels kind of weird now, calling her weird. Because, like, now it seems like she could be not weird if only she wanted to. As if she's being weird on her own volition. I have no idea what that's about. Who would want to be the odd one out? And yet, embarrassed as I am to admit this even to myself, but of all people here, she's the only one I could see myself calling anything even close to resembling a friend. I don't mean a best friend or even a close friend, but not a fake one either. That's the feeling I'm getting, at least. And boy, doesn't that tell you something, when the people are so weird that the least worst option is the fat cripple with the social skills of a pretentious blogger. Colorful metaphors put aside, though, were I to compare Olivia to someone relatively normal like Liz, and still like that little and still that little goblin comes out on top. Now, where's that Liz route? Now, how does that make any sense? Sigh. Guzzling up the last of my noodles, I sit back, looking up at the clear sky. What a freaking world I got dropped into. Anyhow, I suppose this is the part where I should decide what to do with the rest of my day. The smartest play would probably be to study. Not only is that what a student should do, but I can't afford to be caught being a dumbass in class if the teacher calls on me. I got off easy this being my first week and all, but that won't be the case forever. Or I could go for a run. I did promise myself I'd exercise more. I could even make a day of it, explore the rest of the town and stuff. I mean, with some luck, maybe I could find Liz or figure out where she lives at least. Or there's that CD Olivia gave me. I guess studying while listening to music is a little better option than studying and not listening to music. Oh god. Oh god, there's a Liz route? Oh lord. What do we do? Stay in and study. Listen to Olivia's CD. Try to find Liz in town. Because didn't the demo end around here? I kind of want to look at my streams on this real quick. Where did the demo end? If I could navigate to my own YouTube channel, that'd be great. Wanigamu, Part 4. Part 4. Where did we leave off on this? Actually, no, I have no idea. This is like somewhere else. Hanging in the class with Olivia, getting bullied by Mia, classroom exposition and Binko's thoughts. And then we stroll around town with Olivia, and then it just ends. Liz, of course, secret Liz route. Try and probably fail to find Liz in town. So anyway, then I jumped off the balcony. Yeah, I think it was probably stronger than the troll from Tails Gets Trolled. He can shut off his brains by just thinking about what groceries he wants to buy next to someone. Holy shit, my mind is half gone, bruv. Alright, we'll take the Liz route. I did say. Alright, well that settles it. Sightseeing it is. And it ends. That'd be funny. About half an hour later, I'm downtown, as much as any part of this place could be called downtown, wandering random streets. I decide to stay in the general vicinity of the construction site so that I won't get lost, but other than that, I'm trying to take corners on an absolute whim, hoping to find something interesting. So far, it's been going remarkably not well. This place is littered with cafes and fast food restaurants, and the occasional drug or grocery stores smudged in between. But it's not exactly a tourist trap, not by any stretch of the phrase. The only two noteworthy things were a park and its art store. No, they weren't anything special, suffice it to say. A park is a park and a store is a store, plus it was way smaller than the one that they have in the mall, which says to me that they're probably specialized to a certain kind of artist. Painters, most likely. If the easel on display are anything to go by, I didn't go in to confirm it, and I won't either. At one point, I came across what I think is going to be the festival area, the one that Liz talked about when I first met her, with some vans parked around the square and heaps of plywood for the stalls. I was kind of excited to see it until I realized there's nothing set up yet, making it just another big nothing burger. I briefly thought about going up to some of the carnies here to ask about their shit, but I ultimately decided against it. If I wanted to listen to faux artists gushing on about their inane shit, I could just look up Olivia. In fact, I was just about to give up on finding anything actually cool and instead take a beeline towards the suburbs when suddenly tragedy struck. Oh yeah, Mia. Fucking Mia. Tragedy in the form of a red and pink leather-clad whatever Saurus waltzing through the town with meaning. Just trying to find the next spot to fucking crack it up with. I've never seen anyone be so angry just walking before. When you don't have skinny dick for like 5 seconds. Just angry. I don't stick around to find out why, though. I'm sure she has her reasons, but I'm not interested enough to risk her taking it out on me. Mia's insufferable enough when she's her normal self, so I really don't want to see what it's like when she's not. Trying to make as little noise as I can, remaining invisible as though they were rounding humans up by the truckload, I back away. I back away to the nearest corner, and then I back away some more. Only when I'm more than a couple of streets away do I allow myself a sigh of relief, and even then, a short one. Yeah, with me on the prowl, the idea of looking for Liz just went straight out the window. Instead, it seems like the safest option is go back to the dorms, and, well, I suppose I could do all the homework I was trying to put off. Either that, or I could bar the doors and close the blinds and build a pillow fort with a sign out front reading "No Girls Allowed," with the word "girl" struck out in bodies scribbled under it. Because it's seriously starting to look like I'm fast becoming the epitome of a pathetic loser fearing to get beat up in public place in broad daylight. You can't escape me, even when looking for Liz. And by a girl, nonetheless. It's really not doing a whole lot to help pick my shattered ego out of the dust, that's for fucking certain. Oh, and the best part? It's only been 1 week so far. Only 1 week away, guys. Oh boy. It's Monday morning homeroom. And I'm feeling it, guys. I said I'd do the Mia route. I don't know if I want to keep going right now. This mod is definitely an acquired taste. And I'm sure tasting it tastes like doo-doo. Oh. So how about we just take a break? I'm gonna find the Elliot thing I was looking for, and I want to do like a side-to-side comparison real quick. So we'll put the music on. We'll take a break. No Liz, boo. Well, I don't even know they actually have the Liz route ready to go or not. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go back to my devlog streams. Man, I sound real snotted up. Thanks to Olivia. Elliot smoking. That's not too far off. let me bring up Paint. This game has that cardboard rids so much thought. All right, let me capture screen here. Capture window. Maybe Paint. Select a window to capture Paint. Are we not capturing Paint? Are we really not capturing the Paint? Did Microsoft ban their thing on OBS? Are they afraid I might draw dicks? Alright. Will Paint register as a game? Maybe try Paint. Paint does exactly register as a game. But at the same time, it's not showing up. Oh, okay, I'll just fucking save it and upload it. God forbid I have to do more work than what's necessary, you know? Nothing can work. I have to suffer for my cringe craft. So saith Microsoft. Saved it on, what was it, desktop, I believe. Yeah, just image 3, browse, desktop. Yep, there it is. There you go, guys. Side by side. Separated by birth. Oh. I realize this image is blocking chat right now, and I apologize. There we go. Okay, let me put images right there, I guess. Probably fit. And look at that for a while. Oh. Holy shit. I don't know what, maybe I could start up Stardew later tonight in a bit. Monday. What are we guys thinking? My two brain cells working with each other be like, yeah. What are we thinking for Monday? Do we want to keep doing Wanigamu, or do we just want to do D-Dinosaur? Isn't there like polls? Isn't there? How many people are here right now? Is it just like Crescenaria and Hoshin? Because I want to gauge before I just throw a poll out there. 16 people, okay. Let me hop in with an echo. Because if I dare do a poll through OBS, it will shit itself. So let me throw a poll. Monday. Do we want Wanigamu? Or do we want D-Dinosaur? There we go. I'll let that roll for a bit. One only tells truth, the other only lies. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming. I think it's gonna be one of those indecisive sneezes that just fuck with you. Okay, seeing as there's like what? 16 of you. We'll cut it off if probably a minute after 8 votes are hit. I don't know. Most people just want D-Dinosaur. I don't blame them. I want D-Dinosaur too, but just at the off chance that's the audience wants Wanigamu. Maybe we'll pick up Wanigamu when the news route is officially out. I'm not feeling this game after. How do you top Mia doing crack, dude? You don't. You can't top that. This mod can't. Like, what's next? Liz shooting up heroin in the bathroom? Like, can you imagine? I'm picturing it now. Liz is shooting up heroin in the bathroom as her head's all the way outside talking to Thinko. And she's just making faces while it's going in. Oh, that would top. That would top fucking the crack cocaine. I don't even think there's anything else new for Wanigamu. 9 votes calls D Dinosaur, so we'll do D Dinosaur on Monday. I'll get that thumbnail together, throw it up, and we'll witness that. I gotta make sure to turn on the age rating so that YouTube doesn't breathe down my neck. Even though I've seen countless other people play this game, mostly from like fucking lewd anime and lewd fucking furry streamers. Dinosaur is good for a lap. It gets annoying after a while. We'll witness it. If I have to tap out, we'll tap out. And it's funny because Steam loves it, but you're giving me mixed messages about this. So if you're not liking it, I might not like it. Who knows? Anyways, I should delete this picture. Be gone. Not just remove it. I have to like replace it. Would be an OG Liz thing to do. The boy who had some funny stuff from her too before Wani. I don't really remember it. I'll wrap it up. I'll probably get something to eat. Latest I'd probably be ready to go is 8, maybe. If I can hold myself to that. If anyone's even gonna be there for like the next half hour. I mean, fucking, what is it? Stardew's definitely another acquired taste because all I do is go to the fucking mines and grind. But I did give myself a goal this time. And I have it in the thumbnail, so we'll just throw it up 8 o'clock-ish. Probably within the half an hour. If you read it with the Mia voice, it'll be funny. Yeah, true. I had to carry this with the voices because it's just making my brain go numb. I felt like Ben. I felt like how I voiced Ben inside. This was a bimbo before Caveman on made her a smarty. Yeah, didn't fucking what's his face draw her like that? Fucking dead ass spider. I don't know if I'd like Liz Bimbo. Anyways, I'll throw on the ending screen. I'll get to eating. I'll get the thumbnail stuff ready for D Dinosaur for Monday, and then we'll get ready for the stream. I like the original Liz design. You tried. I always try. Ooh. Let me kill that pole. Spider made her, yeah. That's funny because he prefers Mia over. Well, then again, he likes fucking Naomi, and Mia's basically just Naomi worship at this point. Let's not beat around the bush. But yeah, I should stop yapping and start eating. Spider's a good artist. I'll give him that. Boy's hungry. Give him some more goon slop. Jerry, get the boy some more goon slop. Even if he's a Naomi simp. That ass Spider and the consequences have been a disaster, yeah. We'll never be the same. You mean bully Naomi. That's what she started as. Anyways, I should hop off and go eat. I will be back with Stardew. And I will hopefully be less brain dead, so stay tuned until then, I guess.